The federal government has directed all tertiary institutions to submit reports on unutilized TETFund allocations within 30 days, warning that idle funds will be reallocated and defaulting officials sanctioned. Minister of Education Tunji Alausa issued the directive during a stakeholders meeting organized by the Federal Ministry of Education at the TETFund headquarters on Thursday in Abuja. The meeting brought together heads of tertiary institutions, bursars and TETFund officials to address challenges in fund utilization. Alausa decried stalled projects caused by bureaucracy, noting that some allocations dating back to 1964 remain unused, a situation it described as unacceptable.
Significant unutilized amount of funds that have been allocated to institutions since 1994. We've taken count from 1994 to 2024. We're not going to be talking about the 2012-25 intervention funds. No doubt, we all agree, TETFund has rescued tertiary institutions. But then, we as a government were very mindful that every resource that government deploys to education must be immediately used. It must be immediately used. It's very counterintuitive to have these funds logged in your various institutions account in every single country of the world. Government, the federal government of that country, is the biggest stimulator of the economy.
The minister announced new measures, including capacity building programs and quarterly reviews to strengthen compliance. He said a public dashboard will enhance transparency, while institutions must follow due process or risk losing access to funds. Representing the permanent secretary of TETFund, Rakia Iliaso described the meeting as a call to action, urging universities, polytechnics and colleges of education to ensure every naira release translates into visible improvement on campuses nationwide.
However, there are issues when it comes to access of the fund. Remember, these funds are not given to the institutions. Only the awards are given. And also there are guidelines on how these funds are being accessed. And once that guidelines are not met, that money cannot be accessed, and the money will remain in the coffers of the fund. So this doesn't mean that the higher institutions or the head of institutions are not utilizing this money, or they are keeping this money. These monies are not at all with the institutions. However, we know that there are certain cases whereby in the terms of the procurement, there could be issues. However, there are simple, cogent guidelines always being accompanied with any award.
As the meeting concluded, stakeholders agree that effective fund utilization requires shared responsibility. Institutional heads, bursars, auditors, and TETFund itself must work together to enforce discipline, accountability, and timely delivery, upholding the principle that every TETFund naira represents public trust. Hakima Dada, reporting for TV Platinum.